Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, April 5th. It is 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and then we will get started shortly with our analysis for today. So it's got a couple of things here to update, and we should be good to go. All right, looks good. All right, perfect. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right. Once I'll post it up, I'll get a few moments for people to make their way in. All right, perfect. We got 5 minutes. Let me post this in one more place and we should be good to go. All right. All right, guys. Morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, April 5th. It is 6:27 right now. Market's going to open in about 3 minutes. So it looks like majority of you guys are here so far. Let's see who's here so far. Morning, Nick. Morning, David. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Martha. Morning, Karen. Morning, CJ. Morning, Maria. Morning, Siren. Morning, Dan. Morning, everybody. So it looks like people are still making their way in, but for the most part, a lot of you guys are here already. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I need to see. Morning, AR. Morning, T. Morning, Active. Morning, guys. So yeah, it looks like pretty much majority of you guys are here. Let me take a look at the news real quick, see if there's anything that we need to be aware of this morning. Today is Wednesday, April 5th. Looks like there was pre-market news here. ADP non-farm employment change at 5:15 and the trade balance at 5:30. So I'm just going to mark up the news there. It's not going to affect us too much, but I'm going to mark it up just so that we're aware that there was news that came up at that time. So go ahead and mark this up right here. 5:30, or first 5:15 and 5:30. Yeah, this big candle right there, 5:15, and then 5:30. Right there's a little bit of some movement based off that news. We got more news at 6:45, final services PMI and ISM services PMI at 7. Then we have crude oil inventories at 7:30. So 6:45, 7, 7:30. 6:45. 7 and 7:30. Should be red. All right, so we got a couple news events today. Other than that, it's pretty much good. So, all right, guys, market is opening in about 50 seconds. So we'll see what happens right here in about 50 seconds. Maddie sent me this link over here with the stock market update. Mentioned stock futures fall slightly after Dow. S&P snaps 4-day win streak. All right, so yeah, price may be manipulated on open. So we'll see what happens here. This was pre-market news from CNBC. Hey, Junior, morning as well. All right, guys. Market is opening in about 5 seconds. There goes opening bell. Market is now open, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and mark up opening price right here. And we're off. All right, so here's a clean chart. I'm just gonna mark up the opening price right here. As you guys can see, a lot of manipulation on that opening candle. Just like Maddie mentioned, pretty sure a lot of it was based off that CNBC news. So the news right here on open mentioned that the market was falling. So what happened on open is that the price actually did the opposite. It said market was falling, price ended up shooting up a bunch, and then it came right back down and it pushed right back up right here. Other than that, let me see over here real quick. So looking over here at the indices for the day, currently the Dow is down 4 points, S&P is down 6 points, NASDAQ's down 42 points, Russell 2000 is down 32 points, and the VIX is currently up 3%. Looking at this over here, private payroll rose by 145,000 in March. We well below expectations, which is normal because a lot of people are getting laid off. We're not expecting so many people to be hiring right now as we go into this recession. So we'll see how this looks like when the market continues to push around. You can see prices still pushing up where it's currently at. No entries for us right now, but that's where it's going. Higher high right there. Let's take a look at all of the time frames here. Looking over here on the higher time frame. So the 4 hour is still pretty bullish. The 1 hour over here is pretty neutral. And the 30-minute over here is pretty neutral too, but it looks like price is looking to correct back to the upside. So yeah, looking over here on the higher time frames, price is correcting back to the upside. Same with the lower time frames over here, price is also bullish. Since price is above the pivots, trend meter is green, pivots are angling up. So with that said, I think price will continue pushing up today. But who knows? We'll see what ends up happening here. We're not going to be too stuck in one position. We're going to be watching for this to, obviously play out. But at the moment, there's nothing for us to take right now. So there's no big deal. Nothing for us to really focus on. You can see where price pushed up. It rejected directly off the sessions, right? This is why sessions are important. Even though we pretty much disregard the red flags, I think the sessions are still something that we should pay attention to. Maybe news price, not so much. Opening price, sort of, but not too much. But these sessions over here are very strong. You guys can see right here, price pushed right up to the Asia high, and then it came down very hard. So just, something for you guys to pay attention to. Let's see. Nick said trading view is a bit slower than MT4 right now. I can't say. It looks fine to me, Nick. I'm not sure if you're on YM. If you're still on currency.com, then yeah, I can see it being slow, or if you're on any other broker data, but YM right now looks fine to me. So I'm not sure if you're on YM. I'm assuming you're on a different broker data, because it looks fine to me, unless it's just your internet connection. Because I know in the past you had issues with your internet connection. So I'm assuming it might just be your internet connection again. but I don't know. For me, it looks exactly the same. I'm looking at both right now. I got two screens up. So I don't know. Yeah, well, if that's the case, then I know that's the case for you, Nick, because on my end it looks fine. So I'm not sure. It seems like it's individual, like it's just you having an issue, unless anyone else is. Is anyone else having issues with their connection, or not really connection, but I guess is their trading view running slow? Because mine's running exactly the same. Oh, well, that's fine then, Nick. That's normal. That's how markets should move. They should always be, you know, a split second different. They're not always going to be the same. That's why typically the trading view one is a bit faster. I mean, it could also be your platform. I don't know when's the last time you restarted your computer. So it might be, you might have to close out your trading view and reopen it, because sometimes that's the case. All right. I don't know any solutions then, Nick. For me, it's fine. So I have no issues with mine. It seems like it's just your issue. Okay, so we'll I guess you could fix that out. You figure that out, and we'll stick to the session. Let's see. LW said real challenge 200K starting this morning. Also trading is funded on gold. Nice work, LW. Good luck with the new challenge. Let's see. Maddie said V1 pattern pending. Might get a reversal. Yeah, so there's a V1 right here, guys. This candle rejected off the sessions. There's a double body right there, so a possible reversal, but we're not gonna really bank on it until we have some sort of confirmation here. We do have the higher high right here, so we're looking for price to break below here with a sell signal. If we get that right there, then we can have a possible sell entry. The good thing about this right here too is that if we do get an entry like that, it's likely to push towards opening price right here. So that is something that would be beneficial for us, because we'll have a target to be reaching here. Hey, Iceman, how's it going? Morning. Nice. Iceman's up 1K right now. Solid. All right. Yeah, Maddie says he's going to wait for that high level momentum signal. Looking for the same thing too, Maddie. So we got the higher high right there, just looking for the sell signal to come down. We might get another higher high here, Maddie. I might establish a new one if it pushes past it. Yeah, so we got another higher high right here. Push the higher high farther back. So we don't really have too much going on right here. We're just kind of waiting for something here to play out. All right, so price is still pushing up, completely fine. We're just waiting for yeah, I mean, we're pretty much just waiting for it. Right. See, Maddie mentioned bullish momentum still pushing, might be trying to fake out retail. Might get a small push in sideways movement till 645. Yeah, I can see that happening right there. So we do have news coming up right here at 645, guys. I think it's low impact. Check the calendar real quick. Yeah, it's final services PMI. The bigger news is coming up at 7 o'clock. So we have some news right there. All right, here we go. We have the higher high right here. Price is coming back down. If we get that sell signal and it breaks and close below the pivots over here, then we have a possible entry for a short. It's not there yet, so Just be patient, guys. It's going to be a matter of time until it reaches that point. But you guys want to keep an eye on the chart because it can come up at the last second too. There you go, the pending sell signal. All right, so we need the sell signal to break and close below pivots 1 and 2. Currently have a higher high right here. We need that sell signal to break and close below this blue line right here. If it closes below, then it's going to be an entry. If not, then no entry. Yes, it's gonna be a matter of time, guys. So we have that pending sell signal right there. We have about 24 seconds left on this candle. It's got to close below the blue line though, so make sure you guys wait for it to actually close. If it doesn't close, no entry. All right, so we got the sell signal right there, guys, but it didn't close below the blue line. So there's no entry here for a sell, unfortunately. So nothing there, guys. So we had the higher high, we had the sell signal. It did not break and close below the blue line. There's no entry for us to take there. On to the next one. Okay. There's nothing here, guys. Now we're just pretty much waiting for another setup here. We need a buy signal now. So we're going to need a buy signal for price to push back up. So I kind of want price to push down below, establish a lower low, then possibly correction back to the upside. But right now, there's just nothing for us to take right here. So now we wait. Cool. All right, Natasha. Yeah, so Natasha said she's not going to be trading this week, but she will be here just listening pretty much. So one other thing that I wanted to cover too. So Allison was asking me last night, you know, which MetaTrader 4 to install. This is a common issue that people I don't know, they just don't know what they're doing, how to download the proper one. But let me just show you guys the MetaTrader 4 website. So this is the MetaTrader 4 website, right? If you guys want to download MetaTrader 4, you click on MetaTrader 4 and you click on your platform here. I'm not sure which platform you're using. Allison, I think you said you were using a Mac. You're probably clicking on this right here, this Apple button. This is not the Mac download. You can see when you hover over it, it says iPhone, iPad. If you have a Mac computer, you want to click on this X. This is how you download and install MetaTrader 4 for the Mac. So I just want to cover that real quick, guys. It's super simple, but it's a common issue that a lot of people get into. You don't click on Microsoft unless you have a Microsoft computer. If you have a Mac computer, so if you have a Microsoft computer, obviously the Windows icon. If you have a Mac, this icon. If you have Linux, this icon. If you have an iPhone, iPad, and this is for Android and other Android thing. So let me go over here real quick and just go back to the charts. Let's see, LW mentioned, I think what you're saying isn't working anymore. Download MT4. I tried it, and all I could download was MT5. So let me just show you guys real quick. I'll see if I can do it. So let me just go here, MetaTrader 4, click on the X, and let's see if it downloads. It's downloading on my end, guys. So if you're downloading LW, you're probably clicking on this right here, which says MetaTrader 5. There's two different tabs here, MetaTrader 5, MetaTrader 4. So the reason why you can't download MetaTrader 4 is because you're on MetaTrader 5 and you're clicking that there. That's why every time you download it, it's MetaTrader 5. So you got to click on MetaTrader 4 right here, and then you click on this down here. There's two different tabs. Another common issue that a lot of people do. They keep saying that they go to the MetaTrader 4 website and they say all they're able to download is MetaTrader 5, but they don't realize that there's MetaTrader 4 tab right here. There's two different tabs. See that? You click on MetaTrader 5, it says MetaTrader 5 there. You click on MetaTrader 4, it says MetaTrader 4 right here. So just keep that in mind, guys. Allison, if that fixes your issue, let me know. If it doesn't, I'll try to figure out what's the issue. But this should be the download. You don't have to go through any other loops and holes. This is literally like the direct download for Mac. And you can see down here that it is downloading for me, so it is working. All right, so back to the charts, guys. I just want to go over that real quick because that was like one question that Allison had. But if there's anything that that you need help with, Allison, just let me know and I'll try to figure out. But I think that's your issue. All right, so looks good. There's no entries for us right now, guys, so don't worry. I was just going over some questions. Okay, LW, I'm going to click for you here. I'm going to show you it's MetaTrader 4. MetaTrader 4, right? It's MetaTrader 4, not MetaTrader 5. I know what you're doing. You're clicking on the wrong thing. You're clicking on this MetaTrader 5. You click on MetaTrader 4, you click on Mac, you click download, and you can see over here on my screen that I have MetaTrader 4 open. So MetaTrader 4, right? It says MetaTrader 4. So just make sure you guys are clicking on the right thing because I don't understand people like mess this up, but a lot of people mess this up. Just make sure you're clicking on MetaTrader 4. Okay. All right, back to the charts over here, guys. Let's see. Another question from Allison. So Allison said, no, I was trying to do it on iPad, but it takes me to the app itself from the store. Oh, that's because you can't do it on the iPad, Allison. You have to do it on the computer. The Quick Trade Manager is not for the iPad, it's for the actual platform. Yeah. So yeah, you weren't doing it. You can't have it on the iPad because it only if you're on the iPad is an iPad app. It's like iPhone app or iPad app. Like it's like with the iPhone, you can't have the Quick Trade Manager on the iPhone or the iPad. You have to do it on your actual computer. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I wish you could do it on your phone. That'd be easy, but you can't, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a question that I get from a lot of people too. But yeah, guys, I think that's the issue there. So your issue's been resolved, Allison. Just wanted to clear that up because I know you were kind of busy this week and I'm busy this week, so we couldn't get on that one-on-one. Let's see. LW said had to install from MC4, another comp, wasn't working for me. Yeah, I just tried again, LW. I'm pretty sure you're downloading the wrong file because I just did it for you guys live right here. I downloaded it on the website, tried to install it, and it came out perfect. So just make sure that you're downloading the proper file. I'm 100% sure that you're probably downloading the MetaTrader 5 file. So make sure you're not clicking on this right here. I know it says MetaTrader 4 website, but when you go down here, you're probably downloading this one. Like I'm pretty positive that's the case because every time everyone has this issue, it's literally this. You got to make sure you click on MetaTrader 4. All right, so I think that's it with our side discussion right there. Let's go back to the charts. There's nothing here right now. We currently have a higher high, so we're looking for price to come back below. If we get that sell signal that pushes down below here, another possible entry, but we don't have anything yet. There was news candle right here at 7 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and mark the news price right there. And I think we are good to go. So we have news price marked up right there. It's right next to the sessions. We have a higher high right here, waiting for a sell signal to come up and possibly provide us entry as it comes back down right here. Let's see, Satyam said higher high breakout on opening plus pivot scalp, triple confluence worked perfect. Yeah, so Satyam over here took a buy as price pushed up. If you guys took the breakout from this morning, the breakout was down here, I believe, or somewhere around here. The breakout happened. So there was a first strong green candle right here, 635. So I'm not sure if anyone took the breakout today, but if you did take the breakout, looks like it's currently running and in profit. It literally just hit TP right there. So if you guys took the breakout entry, we had a buy signal. Overall bias here was bullish on the shorter time frames. With that said, you would have taken the buy there if you were looking for the breakout. This is the first strong green candle right here. Not really strong, but like not weak green candle. If you took the next one over here, that wouldn't be it because it's too far into the session. It's the first 5 minutes of the trading session. So this would be the last candle you could enter from. So if you guys took the breakout, full TP right there. If you guys took the high-low scalp that he mentioned. I don't see a high-low scalp here. So Satyam, I don't see a high, or if you're talking about this one right here, this wouldn't be a high-low scalp because the candle didn't actually break past it. So I don't see anything here for a high-low scalp, but I do see the breakout. Breakout is right here, full TP. I don't see any high-low scalp, and I don't see a triple. Well, this right here wouldn't be a triple confluence. It'd be a momentum scalp or pivot scalp. So there's a couple entries here that came up: breakout, momentum scalp, pivot scalp, but I don't see a high-low scalp over here because price never broken close past this higher high. But it's fine. I mean, it looks like it worked out for you. All right, Maddie, so you got the higher high. News was negative. All right, perfect, Maddie. So it looks like price might be correcting back down. So it looks like this was just manipulation in price. If you look over here at the calendar, let me pull it up real quick. So looking at the calendar over here, looks like the news was negative. So this should be coming back down. We currently have a higher high right here. If price pushes back down below the pivots over here, then possible entry for a sell. I can see it playing out because, as Maddie mentioned, the news here was negative. So this here was a manipulated push to the upside, and I'm looking for a possible correction back down. So if we get that correction back down with the sell signal, then we can possibly take this down for a sell. The one thing that you guys want to be careful for is that we have high impact news coming up right here at 7 o'clock, ISM services PMI. So that is going to likely affect the market pretty heavily. Yeah, we got that news here, ISM services at 7 o'clock, Maddie. So we want to be careful with that there. All right, yeah, we got news over here at 7. Non-manufacturing business activity, ISM non-manufacturing prices, ISM and non-manufacturing news orders, ISM non-manufacturing PMI. So basically everything aside from manufacturing, like services. And then we have news for oil over here at 7:30. So, all right, let's got to wait for this to come back down. At 6:50 right now, we have about 10 minutes till news. So we want to make sure that we get this entry before then. I'm not going to take any entries around news price because this is high impact. It's probably going to affect the market pretty heavy on that. Eunice also mentioned that retail is short. So let me go over here to retail sentiment. Yeah, retail sentiment is currently 64% short. So looking over here at the fundamentals, the Dow is currently up 100 points now. So fundamentals are bullish. Retail sentiment is short. Technicals are bullish. So I mean, overall market is bullish for the most part, or we would want to be on the bullish side. So yeah, a little risky because of retail sentiment, but at some point price is going to have to come down at least a little bit. Yeah, Maddie said it might fake out down and give us a quick entry for a sell and shoot right back up. Yeah, I agree with you too, Maddie, 100%. So yeah, if we do get that sell entry, we have to get in and out pretty quickly. Looking at current price right here, it looks like it's going to establish a new higher high if price breaks past this level right here. So I'll probably have to hold off on any possible entry here. Gotta wait for this here. There we go. Price pushed above it, new higher high. Which is fine. Which is fine. All right, 6:52 right now. It's getting close to 7. All right, push it higher right here. Let's see. Kevin said he thinks it's going to retrace the move down from yesterday. Yeah, I could see that. I could see it being bullish. Yeah, Maddie said it's overextended, might be a choppy move up. Yeah, it's way too overextended. As you guys can see from the chart here, market open over here at 6:30, and price is pushed up maybe about 1,000 pips by now. All right, so market opened right here. Yeah, price is pushed up about 1,350 pips. So it's pushed up quite far from where market open. It's definitely due for some retracement. But we do have news right here at 7 o'clock. So this news candle right here might spike price right back down. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, because so the final services PMI was negative. I'm assuming ISM services PMI is also going to be negative, right? So I think that's where the correction down will likely happen. So I guess we'll wait and see what happens here. Satim said, thanks for confirming. Confused about triple confluence. I'll go watch your strategy video again. Yeah, the triple confluence requires a higher high-low scalp. You had like a double confluence on that specific candle right there. So yeah, there was a momentum scalp and a pivot scalp, but there was no high-low scalp. So there couldn't be a triple there, only a double, which is fine. I mean, if, the more confluences you have, the better, of course. But for the most part, yeah, it just didn't fit criteria. All right, we have a higher high right here. But again, guys, we're getting close to 7 o'clock, so you want to be a bit careful with any possible entries here. 6:55 right now. We have 5 minutes till 7. All right, there's nothing for us to take right now, guys. Still 6:55. Some profits here from Chrissy. Chrissy's currently up 135 right now so far. She took one trade right here, total profit of 151. Looks like she took a trade pre-market, was a loss, but the one this morning was a win. So nice work right there, Chrissy. Solid profits. We got Maddie over here. Nice. Maddie's currently up 1,500 for the day across both of his accounts. Nice work, Maddie. All right. So we'll see what happens here next, but there's nothing for us to take right now at the moment. It looks like price is attempting to make its way back down. If it does make its way back down, there's going to be a possible entry for a sell. However, we're getting really close to the news candle right here, so I don't know if I'll be taking that. Typically, I'll take it for a normal news move, but not for something that's super high impact like that ISM. If you guys saw earlier, or I think most of you guys saw, Tom had a question about this here, right? So you don't want to take trades around like very high impact news. This isn't considered like very high impact, but it's still high impact. So Tom over here mentioned like, what happens if we trade during these times? You'll blow your account because you'll violate the criteria. I don't think PMI manufacturing is on here, but basically the federal funds rate, NFP, advanced GDP, FOMC meetings, and CPI. So for the very high impact news, obviously you don't want to be trading those because they still affect your FTMO account. But for something like this, it's fine. It's just I'm expecting some sort of manipulated push off this news event because this down here was manipulated, right? This was negative news. This shouldn't not have pushed up like this. So I'm expecting a correction back down probably on this news candle. Oh, Tom. Okay, gotcha. So LW is Tom. Good to know. Yeah, I was trying to figure out who you were. I knew you're someone that was like new to the group, but now I know it's Tom. All right, cool. So I'll call you Tom now instead of LW. It's easier. All right, so we got this news candle right here, guys, in about 2 minutes. It wouldn't matter because we don't have any entries right now anyway, so it's not really going to affect us. As you guys can see, price is starting to squeeze right here as price goes sideways. So price is pretty much going sideways right here. I think you can see it better with All right, so we got a sideways range right here and price squeezing to the downside. So as price squeezes right here, it's preparing for a breakout, right? Breakout to the upside, breakout to the downside. Anything could happen right here because you can see how price is kind of just pinballing back and forth. It's going back and forth, and then this breakout's probably going to happen at some point. I'm expecting a possible breakout to the downside. That's just my assumption. Not that it'll happen, but if the price does move how it's supposed to, then I'm expecting a breakout to the downside. Only because the news earlier at 6:45 was negative, but price pushed up, and I'm pretty sure this news event right here is going to be negative as well. So I think we're going to get a correction back to the downside. Probably down back to this area right here, this pink line. This is probably going to be target area. Next target area is going to be opening price. But we'll see. CT said MFF spread is like Asia right now. Good to know, CT. Good to know. All right, so let's see if this fake out happens right here. So you can see how price is kind of spiking up for a fake out, and then it comes right back down right here. There we go. So did you guys see what I mentioned earlier? There was that manipulation on the candle, and then now it's coming right back down. Target price point is probably going to be like right here. But you guys can see how it's a pretty ugly candle right now. Pretty messy. I'm going to take this off right here so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to clean this up a little bit so that you guys can see this messy candle. All right, you guys see how that played out? Super messy. Yeah, so candle with huge wicks on both sides. I'm expecting price to come back down further. So as you can see, price is coming back down further. Target price point is going to be the news channel or news price right here for correction. Let's check the news event. I'm pretty sure it was negative. Let's see. Yeah, it was negative. So pretty much what we anticipated. I already knew it was going to be negative because the final services was negative. So I was like, okay, if this is negative, this has got to be negative as well. So they were both negative. Let's see. Nick said back to opening. What happened to Rick? Old Rick and his back to opening strat. I don't know. I haven't talked to Rick in a while. He might be here on the YouTube. He's not on the Zoom, but he might be on the YouTube. But yeah, I haven't talked to Rick in a while. I think he was trying to trade with. Well, I don't know if he was trading with a group anymore, but I know he was trading. He was like in other groups. Not sure how that played out, but I'm pretty sure he's probably still around, like on the YouTube or something. I just haven't seen him or talked to him. Yeah, but no, it's fine. A lot of people come and go, and then they end up coming back after they realize that the other groups aren't better. So it's all good. I actually like when people leave and come back because then it just it's proof of concept that they should have just stayed here to begin with. But he's still, I think he's still trading. I don't know. I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure he's still trading for the most part. But yeah, like what Nick's mentioning, the back to open strat, price coming back. Typically, like that type of strategy would work if price is doing the opposite of where it should go, which is basically what's been happening today. Like price pushed up pretty bullish today, but price shouldn't have been bullish because all the news is negative. So, this is the correction back to the downside. Where we come with the back to the open concept, right? Because price pushes up due to manipulation, you get a reversal pattern up here, and then price ends up coming right back down further. Let's see, Eunice said that candle at 7 o'clock, shouldn't it have a lower low because it broke the previous lower high? So the thing with this right here, Eunice, is that it has so the problem with this here is that it hit the higher high here first, I think. So that's why this here got established, because you can't have a higher high and a lower low on the same candle, right? So I think if this here didn't establish a higher high, because you can see how this was a higher high, and then this candle right here pushed above it, it hit this first, so this became the higher high first, and then it came down below. Like it was just a manipulated push. So yeah, I know it's kind of confusing because you were thinking, okay, this should have been a lower low, but it didn't play out that way because this here got established first. It's just market manipulation, right? So look where price is currently at, guys. This is where I marked up earlier. I said this is going to be target price point from news, right? I said news is going to happen right here. And if it corrects back down to where it's supposed to go, target price point is going to be the news candle right here, or news price, which is where price is likely going. So see where this ends up going from where it's currently at. But if we get that swing back to the upside, then great. Some profits here from Patricia. She's currently at 1,960 for the day. Nice work. Straight wins across the account. So solid profits right there, Patricia. We got David over here too. Took some sells. Total profit of about 130 for the day. Nice work, David. Susie in right now? Yeah, no, it's funny. All right, guys. So back to the analysis over here. We have a lower low right here, guys. So if price pushes back up, we could possibly get an entry for a buy. But yeah, we just don't have anything right now. So we have that lower low. If price pushes back above with a buy signal, then possible entry for a buy. But we'll just play by ear and see where it ends up going. Let's see. Kevin said it may retrace the news candle and continue up because it didn't really push down that far. Yeah, I agree too, Kevin. So I can see price coming back down here, rejecting off the sessions and news price, and then coming right back up, right? I can see that playing out because it's pretty bullish. If you look over here across the board, well, I mean, for the most part, the higher time frames are bullish. Lower time frames here are still somewhat bullish, except for the 1 minute. 1 minute's kind of like pushing down below. So let's see. Maddie said the more it retraces down, the better. More space for buys. Yeah. So here you guys drops down lower. I don't know. This might be a fake out here, but I mean, who knows? This could be a fake out here and then reverse back to the upside. But I mean, it wouldn't really matter. We're not really predicting any of this stuff here, right? We're kind of just waiting for our entry to come up. So the reason for this entry again, guys, like, the logic behind this, like these trades that we're taking here for the high low momentum scalp, is that we're taking these trades to identify swings in the market, right? Just like waves in the market. So we're just getting the swings up and down. Like if you guys were sitting in on the session yesterday, we were kind of talking about this with a couple of people, I think CJ and a couple other people in the group. We're just riding the wave. Like price is going up, comes back down, provides us the entry in between, and we're just riding that wave higher. And as price comes back down, we're riding that wave down. We don't really care where the tops and bottoms are because we're not entering from these points, right? If you're taking V1 or V2 variations, then yeah, these tops and bottoms will make sense because you're taking entries from that point. But to be on the safer side, we're just catching the little inconsistencies when markets start to swing back and forth. So when price swings back above here, we have a lower low. We establish the bottom, but we're not taking a trade from that point. We just established the bottom and we're catching it as the price starts to wave up and wave down. Because we're just going for a quick 100 pips. So like, for example, we're not really getting in the way of the market makers or institutions. They can push price wherever they want to. But as price swings back up over here, take our quick profit. Price swings back down over here, we go and just catch that wave for another 100 pips. So we're not really getting in the way of anybody. The reason why we're doing this is because a lot of people get kind of caught on the wrong side of the market, right? We're never on the wrong side because we're kind of just catching the waves as price goes back and forth. Nick is asking if there's order flow. Yeah, there is order flow. Of course, there's 1000% order flow for US30. A lot of people just trade US30 off order flow. That's like the main thing that people like a lot of institutions use. So yeah, there's like I mean, order flow for US30 is like one of the main things that is looked at to determine where strength is. Because a lot of institutional traders, like real institutional traders, not like order blocks or any type of like BS that people try to call institutional trading. That's what they use. Like if you open the DOM here, I mean, it's right here. Like it shows you where the orders are coming in. It's not a deep down. It's not like level 2 or a level 3, but you can see the order flow right here. You can see the orders that are coming in. See what the numbers are, Nick? But don't try to like, so just because I showed you guys this in the past, and people try to base all their trades off this right here. You can't base your trades off this. This is just a confluence, right? Unless you have like a tape where you can really see the numbers like that are continuing through, then you can possibly trade off that, but you can't trade off just this order flow here. This order flow is not going to give you enough information to enter trades. You can see the numbers right here where the orders are coming in, but they're not the same because you can't see the actual tape. Like you're seeing numbers coming up, but you're not seeing where the numbers are actually sitting. Yeah, YouTube it, Nick. We're going too deep into a black hole right there. If you ask me a deep question like that, level 1, level 2, level 3, and we're trading right now, bro. I'm not here to answer those kind of questions. So if you want to look like because you can go on you can like watch videos on level 1, level 2, level 3, and they'll go on like all day. Like you can go into a rabbit hole looking into level 1, level 2, level 3. But yeah, just not right now, bro. I can talk to you about it at some point, but definitely not right now because we're trading. But yeah, if you, so one trading group that you want to look at would be S&B Capital, right? If you look up S&B Capital, they're like one of the longest standing proprietary trading firms out there in New York, well, in the US at least. That's like one of the main things that people learn there. Like if you're to join that trading firm, the first thing that they teach you there is order flow. Yeah, so there's different ways of looking at it. There's different programs, but TradingView is not the program to look at order flow on. You have to use something else for that. But yeah, you can use that. If you look at any of their interviews and for any of their traders, they use it as a confluence. They don't necessarily use it to enter trades. They just use it as a confluence. It's like a baseline for them. But yeah, if you guys wanted to open this here, you guys could just pull up the DOM here. This is like a very basic order flow. You guys can see which orders are coming in. So if you click on this button right here, it says DOM, depth of market. These numbers right here are the orders that are coming in. So if you see the blue number change, that's because there's 5 lots of buy orders coming in. If you see an 8 lot over here, that's 8 lots of sell orders coming in. But this is just very basic. This just shows you where the orders are coming in. You would need YM to use this because I'm pulling the data directly from the exchange. So like you can see like a very basic overview of like how this is moving, but it's not going to be enough for you to like really look at, because when you guys have the tape, it's different. I don't have a picture here, but I know Alexander sent us a picture before. The tape shows like a long line of numbers. So you see like a lot of numbers here, not just like one set of numbers. Basically a bunch of orders that are pending and orders that are coming in. Yeah, man, exactly. Let's see. Yeah, no, you're good, Nick. I was just messing with you, bro. But yeah, no, like the level 1, level 2, level 3 is you could look into so much information regarding that, because I've done it myself, and that's why I'm only telling you from experience. Like when I started to look at level 1, level 2, level 3, there's a lot of information that you can pull up from it, but you need a special platform for that, or you need like something like TD Ameritrade or NinjaTrader or some type of futures broker that has it like more built in. So don't worry, guys. I know we're going off topic right here, but there's nothing for us to take. So there's no lower, or higher, high. There's a lower high right here. and there's a higher low right here. So there's no room for entry right now. Pretty much just waiting for this to play around. Yeah, exactly. CT said, wait till you look at price ladder and footprint. Yeah, footprint is what you would need. You need an actual tape. So you would need to see the footprint of level 3 or level 2 or whatever you're using. Because a footprint, it makes more sense. Because like, for example, here you just see like one number, but if you see the footprint, you'll see a whole lot of numbers here. So you'll know where everybody's putting in their orders. Yeah, it's pretty interesting though, because you can see where the actual orders are coming in from. Let's see, question from Visual Trader. Visual Trader is asking, question about entry and exit. Have you tried super trend indicators with setting of 10 and 1-to-1? No, I don't use any other indicators, Visual Trader. I only use my own indicators. So I don't really go off and use any other indicators out there. I just use the ones that I create because this works for my trading style, my strategy. So yeah, short answer to your question is no, I haven't looked at it. The thing with me, or that I've learned over the years of trading, is that you don't want to overcomplicate your strategy, right? So like for me, my stuff here is super simple. We're just looking for a higher high, lower low, momentum, and breaking close past structure. So, and it works. So I haven't really looked into anything else because I don't really need to. The thing is, if you guys add too many criteria to like any strategy that you're applying, then you get something that a lot of us call analysis paralysis, right? Like if you guys are looking at too many things, you're just never going to take a trade. So I personally have not used anything else. That's why I created my own indicator, so that I don't have to like depend on any other data. I build things for like my own strategies. So everything is all like in-house for the most part. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe that'd be helpful, Visual Trader, but I just haven't looked at it. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll look at it at some point in the future, but as of now, we're just going to stick to what we're already doing. Yeah, so Maria over here, Maria actually sent a screenshot of the footprint. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about earlier, guys. So like, for example, over here, you only see like a few numbers, but if you guys have the footprint, it'll show you like all the orders that come in. So yeah, Nick, there goes your week right there. You spend your whole week looking at footprint videos. But just don't let it get in the way of like your own trading, right? So if you guys already have a style of trading, don't like add too much extra stuff to it. Like I know I've introduced like retail sentiment and fundamentals and depth market and stuff like that, but like realistically for this strategy, you don't need all that stuff. You just need to follow the requirements as is. Let's see. So Tom said, I trade breakout on Bitcoin with super trend. Does the question come from someone who was in IM Academy? Just curious. I don't know. Visual Trader, are you from IM Academy? I feel like a lot of people are from IM Academy. A lot of people like here are actually, they started with IM Academy and then they made their way here. I was never part of IM Academy, so I can't say, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he was from IM Academy. I think a lot of people kind of had their start there, and then they ended up branching out into other groups along the way. Yeah, Visual Trader's he's on the YouTube stream. He's not here on the Zoom. All right, guys, we still don't have any entries here, so don't worry, we're not missing out on anything. I know we're kind of talking about other stuff here, but there's nothing for us to take. We're looking for a higher high, something like this, or a lower low, something like this, right? Everything in between are lower highs or higher lows. So as you can see here, price is kind of squeezing. And as price starts to squeeze tighter and tighter, it's getting prepared for a breakout, right? That's kind of what we're expecting here. You can see how price is squeezing this way like a triangle, and it's likely going to break out one way or the other. Also, one thing that you want to keep in mind is look where price is stuck at. Price is stuck at the sessions, right? This is why I don't like trading at the sessions, because if you zoom out a little bit, let me just hide all the drawings. you guys can see here, around this area, that this is where where price starts to get a bit manipulated, right? So like price kind of like bounces around this area right here at the sessions, and it comes back up, pulls back down, and then it just starts bouncing around here around the sessions. So I personally don't like trading around this area when price is near the sessions, because you get a lot of manipulation around there. So you guys can see down here, when price gets down to these sessions, it just keeps bouncing back and forth, right? Pushes away, comes back down, bounces back and forth, comes back up, bounces back and forth. And then again, over here, same thing. Price pushes up, bounces around this area, pushes away, comes back down, and then bounces around this area. So I don't like trading around these areas right here. And this is a clear example why, because you start to see this unusual price movement. All right, so our markups back up right there. And now we'll just continue looking. Let's see, Visual Trader said no, he's not, but he's testing the higher high and lower low with super trend on a 100 tick chart on MT4 platform. Nice, cool, Visual. Yeah, I mean, if it works well, then use it. What I always recommend people to do is like test out my indicators and test out my strategies with anything that you guys like to apply, because you guys don't have to apply my strategies. My indicators can be used for anything. Like if you have your own strategy already, then you can just use my indicators to make your strategy better. So just keep that in mind, guys. You're not locked into applying only my strategies. There's a lot of people in the group who use my indicators for their own strategies, and they're very, very profitable. So yeah, you guys are open to use them however you like. So I basically created these indicators for each specific reason, right? I created the pivots here to identify rejection points. I created this sessions high-low to identify rejection points and manipulation. I created this momentum indicator to identify price movement. I created these high-low indicators to identify tops and bottoms. There's a lot of different ways to use my indicators. You don't have to use them specifically for my strategy. You can use them for whatever strategy that you guys apply. If you guys remember the SR indicator that I created, SRV2. So you guys can use this indicator as well to identify strong support and resistance points. So yeah, everything I create, guys, there's a reason behind it. There's logic behind why I create these indicators. I don't just create random indicators. I create them for a reason. All right, let me see if there's anything else here for us to look at. There's still no entries here, guys, so don't worry. Nothing that we're missing. Price is just squeezing right now. It starts to squeeze tighter and tighter. It's going to break out at some point. You just got to wait for it to actually happen. Let's see. Sisuk said the focus here is profits. If you keep adding into something else that you haven't specialized in, you need to learn that. You need to learn that and still figure out how to trade K2 indicators and proper strategy application. Yeah, 100% Sisuk. I agree with Sisuk 1,000%. Like if you guys haven't figured out, if you guys haven't understood what we're doing here yet, you should just focus on one thing, maybe this, or maybe whatever you're working on. And then from there, you can branch out to other things. Unless you're not applying our strategy here, then, focus on whatever strategy you guys are trying to master. I think that's a big pitfall for a lot of people. They don't focus on one thing and they end up just sucking at everything, right? If you guys like to trade order blocks, then focus on order blocks. If you like to trade support resistance, then focus on that. For us here, we trade momentum. So we don't really do anything different. We've been trading momentum for like 5 or 7 years now on these live sessions, and it's been working. So that's why we continue to apply these types of theories with our analysis. Yeah, Maddie said he likes the requirements and Confluence is simple is better. I agree, Maddie, 100%. I know, Maddie. What about him as well? Yeah, Dejan said, I haven't seen anyone promote IML since COVID. Yeah, I figured they'd probably die out by now, but I think their website is still open. Yeah, C6 said he's pretty sure they got sued. Christian said, I would appreciate an entry today since it's my birthday. Prefer have no losses. Happy birthday, Christian. Yeah, no, definitely. Me too. Let's get that one entry at least for Christian's birthday. Let's see. Tom said they still exist. He has a friend that's still in it. It's okay for someone who wants to learn the basics, but too expensive for what it is. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you too, Tom. Maddie said the 5-minute looks nasty. Let's take a look at the 5-minute real quick. Yeah, super choppy. All right, no entries here yet. Guys, I'm going to step away for 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Possible entry here for a sell if this ends up closing below the pivots right there. So I had to step away to let the dogs out real quick. All right, guys. Possible sell signal right here for entry. So we'll watch this here to see if this candle breaks and close below. The problem with this issue, with this possible entry right here, guys, is that it looks like the candle is going to be really big. And then on top of that, it's at the session. So if this here closes, I'll probably hold off a little bit before entering the trade for a possible retracement. But I do want to take the trade though if it does end up closing. Candle just a little too big right here. So we'll see how this ends up. Actually, so there's no entry here, guys. Sorry, we can't take this entry. I just realized that we had a buy signal right here in between. So we can't take the entry over here because we have a higher high, then we have a buy signal, then we have a sell signal. We need a higher high straight into a sell signal. So unfortunately, there's not going to be an entry here. Looks like it's going to hit TP2. I'll just follow it. This isn't an entry though, guys. I'm just curious to see if it plays out. But this is not an entry. The reason why it's not an entry is because we have, it was invalidated by this buy signal right here. Yeah, damn. So that would have been a nice entry. That was exactly what we've been waiting for pretty much all morning. The problem with this here is this green buy signal over here that kind of was in the way. Yeah, Maddie said 50-50. He remembers seeing these lose a lot during his back test. Yeah, so that's why we decided not to take any of these types of trades. So it did play out. This is kind of what we were waiting for. We had the higher high here. The only problem is that there was a buy signal in between. So looking over here at the notes, there's no other momentum signals in between the high low and the entry candle. So there, the higher high right here, there was another momentum in between, and this was a sell signal. Unfortunately, no entry there. So we'll carry on and move on to the next opportunity. Yeah, that would have been a good one too. All right, we might have another opportunity here, so no need to fret over that. We have a lower low right here. Price can push right back above and provide us a possible buy entry. So it's all good. We will wait for the next opportunity right here. Let's see. Roderick's asking, yo, bro, sorry I'm late, but what's your view on US30? So give me 1 second, Roderick, and I'll take a look at the higher time frame. So it looks like you're holding on to a buy. Let me read your other question, your other responses here. So Roderick said he's holding a buy from 33,400. He said, wondering, should I hold till 33,650 or close? Let's see. So you got in at 33,400. You got in at a pretty good low. So looking over here at the higher time frames, or pretty much all the time frames right here, Roderick, it looks like price is pretty bullish on the higher time frame. So you might be okay holding it. Looking over here on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 30 minute time frame, price is bullish. You can see prices above the pivots. Trend meters green, pivots are angling up. So it looks like price will likely be bullish. Looking over here on the 10, 5, and 1 as well, it also looks pretty bullish. So you might have an opportunity to hold on to it. The thing with this here is that there was a lot of news this morning, so I'm not sure how long it'll hold up, but I think long term, I mean, depending on how long you plan on holding it, it'll probably continue pushing up to some extent. I just don't know how long because it's overextended. If you guys look over here at price has been pushing up since like way down here from open. So it might be a little bit of an issue, right? Because price might be going back up or it might be going back down. We really don't know exactly where, but possibility of it pushing back up higher is still a possibility. Damn, no entry there. So I was waiting for that buy signal to close right there. It didn't close, so there's no entry. That would have been nice though. So you can see right here, if this candle ended up closing with the buy signal, it would have, continued pushing, but it's all good. No entry there. Now we got to wait for the next one. Today's market's not the best. It's been kind of back and forth today a lot. But yeah, Roderick, just back to what I was saying earlier. I think long-term, depending on how long you plan on holding it, it looks like it could be bullish because you guys can see over here from the higher time frames. However, the only problem that I would probably be concerned about is if you look over here on the 4 hour, Roderick, you can see that price is way overextended, right? Price has retraced right here, but this is going to be difficult for you to really predict what's going to happen next because there was a reversal pattern right here. You can see there's a double body off this higher high. So price pushed up. It's been pushing up since March 24th. So Friday, March 24th, price has been pushing up pretty strong. Small retracement right here on March 28th, push back up. Small retracement here on March 30th, push back up. Heavy retracement right here on April 3rd. And then from this point here, I mean, there's two different directions that can play out, right? It's really hard to tell because first of all, you have a possible downtrend right here that's setting up. But you also have a support here that is pretty much established as well, right? So it can come down a little bit and bounce right back up, but who knows, right? So you can see right here on the 4 hour time frame, price is starting to shift to the downside. However, it did bounce off the support right here. right? Double bottom. So, I mean, it's really a toss up. I personally can't say exactly where price is going to go. Your entry was way below this area. You actually got in below this, above the support. Or is this where you got in from? 33,400. Yeah. So if you got in at here, you got in like a long time ago on like 31st last Friday, right? I'm assuming that's where you got in from. But you can see right here that it's really going to be hard to tell. So I think what you would look out for here is if price ends up breaking above the channel, because there's two different opportunities here. Price breaks above, you're probably going to be safe because this is probably a possibility of it playing out, right? Price breaks above, retest, continuation. That's best case scenario if you're looking for that buy. Worst case scenario is price comes back down and does the opposite, right? So there's two different scenarios here that can play out. It's really hard to tell where it's going to go. Right now it's looking bullish, but that's kind of what you want to look out for there. So that's what I'd keep an eye out for, Roderick. But yeah, I hope the best for your position there. Anyways, back to the charts, guys. There's nothing for us to take right now, so don't worry. Pretty much all morning, there's no entries so far, unfortunately. So market opened over here at 630. Looking over here, we had a higher high. Price never broke and closed below it, so there's no opportunity there. Price pushed back up over here. No opportunity here because price didn't break and close below it. Price dropped below, invalid signal. No higher high here, so no entry. Price pushed back up right here, higher high. Price broke and closed below right here, but there was an invalid signal in between. So no opportunity there either. As you guys can see, price is pretty much just starting to squeeze again. There's not too much going on here. Price is pretty much squeezing this way and it's squeezing this way. So what do you think is going to happen here again? Price is going to go sideways and then it'll break out at some point. So it's pretty much, it's been the same concept all day today. Price pretty much pushes a little bit, starts to squeeze, breaks out a little bit, goes back into consolidation, breaks out a little bit. But there's no real direction here. Price kind of just goes back and forth. Yeah, Maddie said wacky Wednesdays. Nice. Yeah, Maddie's going to go meet with his mentor, he said. Meet with his mentor. Let's see. Maria said, I want price out of there. Yeah, same here, Maria. I'm just waiting for price to get away from the sessions. So again, earlier, guys, as I mentioned, the sessions here are like, they act as a magnet. So if I go and just take everything off the chart, you guys can see how this acts as a magnet, right? Price will push away, pulls right back to the sessions. Right here, price has been pushing around the sessions the whole time, pushed away, pulled back to the sessions. I wouldn't be surprised if price pushes away and then pulls right back to the sessions. But you guys can see right here, this purple line acts as a magnet to price. And that's why I don't like trading around the sessions, because, it just gets messy around that area. Let's see. Yeah, CJ said, I'm not mad about missing that one earlier. Last week taught me true meaning of patience. I know, right, CJ? The patience is like really key, especially during a market like this where price isn't doing too much. So you guys can't see too much here because there's so much stuff on the chart, but if you go to the clean chart, you guys can see there's not really much going on here. So we just got a sideways movement right now, pretty much. Yeah, so you guys can see it right here. This is a clean chart. I don't really have anything marked up on here, but you guys can see the zones that I drew. Fake out up here, basically. But realistically, price has just been going sideways. So you guys see how clear it is? You guys can't see it on here because there's a lot of stuff on my chart. But on this clean chart right here, you guys can see there's a fake out up here. Price came back below, and it just keeps rejecting off the same area down here. It's just a straight range pretty much all session. Market opened over here on this blue line. This is 630. Price kind of pushed up a little bit, faked out up there, came back below. And it's right back to where it's been this whole time. So Nothing new here. It's just a sideways movement. So you guys can see how much of a difference it makes, right? Like I could, like, these indicators here identify a lot of things, but I can identify this stuff without the indicators because I created the indicators. So I know exactly what it's looking for. So looking over here on the clean chart, I just drew this up and you can see how clean it looks. The price hasn't really been doing anything today. Straight back and forth movement. Okay, we have a possible, no, so we have a higher high right here and a sell signal, but price broke and closed below it already. So there's no room for entry here. We have another opportunity here for a possible buy though. So just keep that in mind. We need a sell signal to close, but once it closes, we can get a possible opportunity for a possible buy if price ends up going the other way. So I need that sell signal here to close. I actually want it to close, not for entry, but I just want it for opportunity to take a buy in the opposite direction. Yeah, Sam said so many invalid signals. Yeah, a lot of invalid signals today. We don't really get this too often, but when we do, it's usually not a good sign. It shows a lot of inconsistency in the market, a lot of uncertainty, which is not exactly what we're aiming for here. All right, so I want this sell signal here to close. This is going to be beneficial for us because we need it to close in order for us to have room for entry. But again, as you guys can see, where's price back at again? That same purple line, right? The same session that I've been pretty much alluding to you guys all morning. So I'll show you again right here. Where's price back at? The sessions. It just keeps getting pulled right back to that same area. Price pushes away, pulls right back, pushes away, pulls right back, pushes away, pulls right back. So this here is an area of manipulation. You don't want to trade around this area because if you trade around this area where the purple line is, price can really spike either way, to the upside or to the downside. You can see how a lot of people could get faked out right here because I'm sure if price broke and closed below it, you might want to chase that for a sell and price swings right back up. When price swings back up and you try to take it for a buy, price pulls right back down. So it's just a back and forth movement around this purple line. So you can identify this purple line as basically the baseline. Whenever price swings below it, you can expect a possible fake out. When price swings above it, you can expect a possible fake out as well. So right here, you can see how this candle broke and closed below it. This is a fake out setting up. Price broke and closed below. So people are probably thinking, okay, maybe price is going to reverse at this point. Price could do the opposite and shoot right back up. So just keep an open mind, guys, when you guys are analyzing the charts. Don't get too focused on like one direction or one price because a lot can happen. All right. So looking at current price right now, again, there's no entry for us for a buy because this candle broke and closed above it. No buy signal. Right back into the loop. We have Kenny over here, total profit on his first account right here, 210. Nice work, Kenny. And then here's Kenny's second account, total profit of 540 for the day. So nice work right there, Kenny. Locking in some profits. We have Cameron over here, total profit of 1,910. Nice recovery right there. Cameron, looks like you took some trades this morning, one at 723, small loss. And then you swung right back on this next trade right here and another win on this third trade. So solid work right there, Cameron. Kenny over here, some wins. Kenny over here, some more wins. We have Tom over here. So Tom's trading gold while waiting for US30 during the live. This is his 50K funded account. Nice work, Tom. So Tom's been trading gold right here while he waits for our entry. Total profit of 1,977 for the day. Great work, Tom. All right, guys, solid work. Looks like a lot of you guys here are taking trades off my analysis, which is perfectly fine. As long as you guys know what you're doing, that's great. And then Tom over here has some gold trades as well as he waits. So nice work, Kenny. Looks like Kenny's just taking trades off my analysis. So it looks like he took the breakout this morning, locked in some profit. Then he took some sells as well. Solid wins right there too. Yeah, Kenny asked about the breakout during the last mentoring session on Monday. So I'm sure that, that analysis there kind of helped you with your understanding. So nice work, Kenny. Dijon said no trades for him today. See you all tomorrow. Definitely, Dijon. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Still waiting for possible entry here, guys. Eventually this trade's going to come. It's just going to be a matter of time until it comes, but I am expecting it to come through at some point soon, hopefully. All right. So still no opportunity for entry yet. We currently have a lower low here, which is perfectly fine. That's what we're looking for. So we have a lower low right here, and now we're looking for possibility of swing back to the upside. All right, price is starting to drop a little harder right here. Let's go to all the time frames real quick. Take a look. Setup here still hasn't played out. I mean, it looks still pretty bullish to me. So I mean, price might be swinging back up. Yeah, everything looks pretty bullish except for the 1 minute. So 30-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, 10-minute, 5 minutes, still bullish. So we might get that swing back to the upside right here. Let's see, Glenn just joined in. So Glenn said, hey, Sean, just got in. Were there any official trades? Unfortunately not, Glenn. We've been waiting. So you got in just in time. No official trades yet. We've been looking for these entries to come up, but there's been a little, not a little bit, there's been a lot of choppiness this morning. So, and you can see right here from the chart, Glenn, not too much has happened. Price kind of pushed up right here on open, but then it came right back down and now it's going sideways. Here's a markup from earlier, guys. So as you guys can see the zones, I wouldn't be surprised if price fakes out and then it comes right back into the zone, right? As you can see how price faked out up here, I wouldn't be surprised if price fakes out down here as well and comes right back up. So just a matter of time until this hopefully plays out, but we'll see. All right, so we got the lower low right here. We're now looking for price to swing back above, break and close above the pivots and provide entry for a buy. We don't have that yet, but that's kind of what we're waiting for and looking for at the moment. Nice. CT said he took the high-low scalp to open. So you can see the price broke and closed below right here, and then it pushed down a little lower right there for a full TP. Quick high-low scalp to opening price. Solid work, CT. All right, we have the lower low right here. We have price pushing back above right here. If we get that buy signal that breaks and closes above the pivots right there, possible entry for a buy. If not, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, we're just kind of waiting for this here to play out. The only thing that I'd be iffy about right here is because price is getting close to the sessions again, that purple line. As I mentioned before, it's not an area where I like to trade. So that's kind of where my thought is right now, but we'll see. See where this ends up going. But as you can see down here, I wouldn't be surprised if this fakes out and swings right back up. Basically what happened over here, but again, from the downside. So I'm just waiting for this here to push up, provide a buy signal. If we get that there, possible entry for a buy. It's waiting for that ping to identify a momentum signal to the upside. Maybe on this next candle. It's like volume's starting to die down a little bit. Yeah, volume has been kind of choppy. You guys can see down here on the bottom, volume was very high on open, and then it was kind of just steady for a bit. Now it's kind of slowing down. All right, this might be our opportunity right here if it gives us that push up to the upside plus the buy signal. 30 seconds left on this candle, so we still got some time. We got 15 seconds left, so we got some time here. We got a lot of time, actually. So nothing there yet. Yeah, you guys can see the volume is starting to die down a lot. We're getting close to 8 o'clock. As we get closer to 8, that's when the volume starts to die down more and more. So just keep an eye on that. Turn on the volume. Yeah, you guys can see here the volume is dying down a lot. So right here you can see that the lines will indicate how strong volume was. So basically how much volatility is in the market. And you can see as we get closer and closer to this area, the volume just starts to die down more and more. So volume was high right here, kind of died down. The volume picked up, kind of died down, picked up a little bit. And then here it just continues to die down lower and lower and lower. So this is typically why we stop trading around 8 o'clock, because the volume just starts to die down a lot. Sometimes volume picks up around 8, but today is like a typical day where volume starts to die down around 8 o'clock. All right, let's see if this swings back up from where it's currently at. We still have the lower high right there. So if price pushes back up in the next candle or two and breaks past this area, this is probably going to be pushed back further, and it can provide us possible entry. But at the moment, it's not looking like it. Okay, so we have a new low here getting established. So it does not look like we're going to have any entry here if this ends up closing. So if that's the case, then we're just gonna have to wait for a new lower low to establish. Glenn said, haven't seen the yawn indicator recently. Yeah, no, I've been having caffeine in the morning now, Glenn, so I'm kind of awake. Yeah, I'm taking a supplement. It's like I'm taking a nootropic too. So if you guys have noticed for the past couple days, or yeah, since Monday, I've been a little more focused because I've been taking this nootropic. It's basically like a brain supplement. It helps me focus in the morning with these live sessions. So let's see. CT said, need to take Rise mushroom powder. Justin said, take some Adderall. Let me crack out on here. Yeah, Nick said he forgot about the yawn indicator. Yeah, trust me, I'm still yawning. You just don't see it right now because these supplements have been helping me with pretty much waking me up in the morning. Nick says he does crack before every trade. Yeah, sounds about right. No wonder Nick's like up and like alive this every morning. Like Nick this morning was like, man, my MC4, my trading view is not working. It's cracked out. No, it's messing with you, Nick. Yeah, Nick said he's ready. Yeah, Nick's eyes are probably moving faster than the charts. Yeah, no, exactly, Maddie. Maddie said Nick's hands were probably all sweaty this morning looking at the charts. All right, guys, there's no entry for us yet, but it's okay. We still have a possible opportunity down here. We have a new lower low. We're looking for price to swing back up. It's 7:52 right now. I'll hang on the live with you guys a little longer past 8 if necessary, because we haven't had any entries this morning. So if we don't have anything this morning, it's probably going to happen, a little bit after 8. So we'll take a look and we'll just, we'll keep waiting for this entry here because the entry is bound to happen. I don't think there's ever been a day where there's been no entry. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm hoping this thing finishes up quick because I got to go to a convention after this. I just remembered I'm going to be at WealthCon. If any of you guys are going to be at Wealth Convention or WealthCon today, I'll be there in Hollywood. I I just remember. So hopefully we get this entry soon because I got to go to that convention after this. I got to drive all the way out to Hollywood. But yeah, if any of you guys are, in the wealth space or real estate space or any of that stuff, I'll be at that convention. It's a event hosted by Ryan Pineda. You guys have probably seen him on YouTube, social media. So I'll be over there. So yeah, hopefully we get this entry soon because I got to head out to LA after this. Man, I hate driving to LA. It's all good. All right. C6 said take a heli. All right. Yeah, Maddie said hopefully no traffic. Yeah, I gotta take C6 private jet out to there. CJ said, have you already invested in real estate, Sean? Not yet. I've been looking for deals. I just haven't gone in yet. Basically these past couple of years with trading, I just been like stockpiling cash for any good deals. The deals are coming, especially with us going to this recession. I'm expecting there to be some pretty good deals. I'm not really looking to get into like single family residential. I'm looking to get into commercial. So that's why I'm kind of holding off. Obviously commercial is a little more risky, and costs a little bit more. So I'm going to these wealth conventions to basically network with, a lot of other wealthy people to basically secure some deals. I want to get some apartment buildings going this year, hopefully, if not next year. So yeah, I'm kind of just, this is kind of what I was talking to you guys about in the past. Basically, I'm not thinking of trading as like my money maker. Basically, trading is just a vehicle for me to make money to invest in like real estate and other investments. Everyone's kind of different with how they want to make money, but I think trading is fun for me. I don't want to make it my main thing. Sorry guys, possible entry right here if we get a buy signal. All right, we haven't gotten it yet. There's another possible pending buy signal right here. So this might be the entry for us. See, Satyam said 4 wins today, took a pivot scalp and a couple of entries. See you tomorrow, Sean. Thank you again. Definitely, Satyam. See you back here tomorrow morning. Justin said, end up like Kodi. Yeah, Adezel said, I'm a pilot and I would never go in a helicopter. Yeah, it is a bit of a mess. Helicopters are pretty scary for the most part. C6, just make sure your pilot is not on crack. I know, right? All right, so we got another possible entry right here, guys. We have about 15 seconds on this candle. If this candle closes, it's going to be an entry for us here. You got to make sure you actually wait for the candle to close, though. So just keep that in mind, guys. Again, just make sure you wait for the candle to actually close and be patient for this entry here, because it does not look like it's going to F my life. Yeah, so it did not close. Yeah, I was hoping it was closed, but no entry there again, guys. So that was the entry that we were waiting for. It did not close. On to the next, right, Maddie? On to the next. Yeah. Today's market has kind of been like all over the place. It's like volatile, then it stops, then it's volatile, then it stops. The volatility here is very low though. So yeah, the volume here you can see is it's very low. So right here, price is kind of pushing around. Here it's kind of slowed down a bit. It's okay. There's no entry for us there. CJ said Sean's reaction made me spit my coffee. I feel like we've been waiting for this for a while now. But there just hasn't been anything for us to take. Honestly, I just want to lock in my trade. I want to lock in one trade and then I'm done for the day. But that one trade hasn't come yet. Whether it's been good, bad, there just hasn't been any entry. There's a possible buy signal right here again, guys. So I'm going to wait for this here to push up, possibly provide us a higher high, and then let that swing down below. Just getting a little impatient now because we've been waiting for these entries for, we've been on this for like about an hour now, hour, 2 hours now, hour and a half. Yeah, it's just kind of annoying when you're waiting for these entries and they get really close to closing how you want them to, and they don't end up closing. C6 said it is JP Morgan's Chase annual meeting. Yeah, possibly. I'm a shareholder for JP Morgan Chase, so I'm actually going to vote for that proxy. CT or CSUP. I got that email this morning. Are you a shareholder too with TD or with Yeah, so I got to vote by May 15th. So I'm a shareholder with JP Morgan. See if I can pull it up. I don't know anything about like their shareholder or their board of directors. So I'm a shareholder for Verizon. I'm also a shareholder for Chase. Yeah, so I don't know if you got the thing CCC, but this is yeah, this is my vote. So I'm going to be voting for JP Morgan. You guys can see out here the meeting agenda. Vote by May 15th, JP Morgan, Chase and Co. I don't know any of these board members. I don't know if anybody else here is a shareholder with Chase, but I got to do some research. Yeah, because I'm a shareholder for both JP Morgan and for Verizon. I don't know, let me see if I have one for Verizon here. I just had to make sure I blocked out my account number. Yeah, because I'm voting for both, but I'm not familiar with any of these people here. Yeah, proxy statement. Man, I was like, man, I should be a freaking shareholder. I should be a board member. It's crazy. Like a lot of these people here are just board members, but they don't. Yeah, I have that one. I also have the Verizon one as well. So I got to vote for both of these. Verizon Communications. So I don't know if anybody else here is a shareholder for any of these companies, but it's their annual meeting. The C6 mentioning like, you know, it might be affecting the market. It probably will, but they just opened the voting for today. We don't have to vote until, like, I don't have to vote for Verizon until May 10th, and I don't have to vote for JP Morgan until the 15th. Yeah, these are the two companies I have to vote for or not vote for. I don't know. I got to do some research though to see. Yeah, C6 said they're on the Dow. That's why you mentioned it. Yeah, the voting just opened up, so we still have like a whole month to vote. All right, guys, we're still looking for entry here. Don't worry, we're not missing out on anything. There's no higher high here. There's no lower low here. We're looking for a lower low to establish. We're looking for price to swing right back above, but we just don't have any entries yet here. So we just got to wait for this here. Yeah, C6, yeah, Goldman, Berkshire, of course, more evil companies. Yeah, so C6 also has Verizon. Yeah, I'm always curious how much money these directors make. I'm sure they make a lot, of course, obviously, these big conglomerate companies. Yeah, C6 had to make a shit ton, of course. Madhu said I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks, Sean. Good luck, everyone. Definitely, Madhu. We'll see you back here tomorrow. All right. Tom's asking, I don't get it. It closed above the blue line. What closure are you waiting for? We're looking for a signal. So again, Tom, you got to look at these requirements here, right? I feel like we have like, not just with you, but we have this conversation with a lot of people every day. So Tom doesn't understand why there was no entry here. There was no entry because there was no buy signal. You need a signal, right? If you go over the requirements one by one, it'll make complete sense. So just make sure you look at these one by one. You know, if there's a requirement, like if there's a checklist, Tom, if it's telling you do this, that, and the other, I'll use like a different example. So when you're crossing a street, right, you're supposed to look left and right. You don't just cross the street and not look left and right because you can get run over, right? That's exactly like this trading strategy. Like you're saying, okay, I could cross the street, well, why would I look left and right, right? Because you're gonna get run over and be done. So there goes like the explanation of like why you have to go over these in order, right? Because you're looking for a higher high, a lower low. You're looking for the momentum signal, but you're just skipping this step here and you're going straight to step 3 because you said, okay, it broke and closed past it, but why is there no entry? Because there was no momentum signal. It's the same with crossing the street. If you're crossing the street, you got to look left and right to see if there's any cars coming. Because yeah, of course you can cross the street without looking, but you're probably going to get hit by a car, just like with the trading strategy. So if that makes sense, I mean, it should make sense to you, right, Tom? That's why you have to follow these requirements in order, because if you skip a step, you could lose a trade. Same with like crossing a street. If you cross the street, not look left and right, you can get hit by a car. So I think that's like the most basic real life example to like how you could follow the strategy here. But that's like a common thing that a lot of people run into. They always like don't understand why we're not taking an entry, and it's because the criteria here isn't met. So yeah, I always try to use like real life examples with these strategies here. Maybe it's because, you know, my background as being an attorney, I got to like dumb it down for people sometimes. And that's like the best way to learn. It's really just dumbing it down so that you guys can kind of like tie some sort of scenario to like why these strategies are supposed to be followed in a certain way. Let's see, Christian. Let me see, you guys are talking about Carl Icahn. Yeah, no, C6 talking about Carl Icahn. If you guys haven't seen the documentary, it's really good. I've seen it. It was on Netflix before. I think it's just called Icahn. It's his last name, Icahn. He's like one of like the greatest investors in the world, aside from like what's his name, Warren Buffett. All right, Tommy. I'm sorry, I said Tommy. Maddie. All right, Maddie, we'll see you here tomorrow. Still no entry, guys. It's 8:05 right now. So if we don't get an entry in the next like probably 10, 15 minutes, I'm probably just going to wrap it up, guys. The volume here is dying down, so it's not looking like there's any entries for us to take right now. As you guys can see, price was moving pretty heavy on open. It kind of went sideways right here. It dropped down a little bit, and now it's back into this range. So let me go over here and mark up. I don't even have to mark it up. You guys can kind of see how price dropped down below here, and now it's just back into a sideways movement. But we are getting a bullish push right here now, so this is a good thing. All right, so we might get an entry here soon, guys. We have a higher high right here. If price pulls back down and closes below the you know, the pivots down here with the sell signal, there can be a possible entry for a sell. So volume is starting to pick back up again right here. As I mentioned earlier, volume typically dies down around 8 to 9. Sometimes it picks up. This might be one of those days where it picks up, because the volume kind of died down here before 8, basically between like 7:40 until 8 o'clock. And then now we have a high established here. Some volume picked up a little bit, and it might be coming right back down. All right, we got the higher high right there. Looking for, we don't want the sell signal on this candle though, so just keep that in mind. We want this to close as is, provide a sell signal on the next candle possibly, and swing right back to the downside. That's kind of what we're looking for. All right, so we have a new higher high right there. Volume again has died down. This is not what we want. We want the volume to be high. Here's my brother Justin. Justin locked in a total profit of 2,473. Nice work, Justin. This last trade over here played out perfect. Took that sell. Here's my brother right there. Nice profit. Let's see what else we got over here. All right, some profits over here from Sisuk. Sisuk locked in total profit of 1,850 off this account. Here is Sisuk's second account, total profit of 2,400. And here's Sisuk's third account, total profit of 2,350. Nice work, Sisuk. Here's Kip, total profit of 2,415, all wins. Nice work, Kip. And that's about it for now. So, all right, guys, we're still looking for this entry here. We have the higher high. We have a red candle right here coming down. If we get a sell signal that breaks and closes below the pivots right here, possible entry for a sell. We don't have it yet, but possible entry coming up here if it does end up closing. We have 30 seconds left on this candle, so we have a lot of time. The main red flag here is that volume here has died down a lot. You can see that these candles here have no body, so that's indicating that there's no movement right now. Let's see. CJ said maybe volume went down because people took early lunch to let that market recover from the news. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Yeah, no, and I could see that too, CJ. I think a lot of people are just like sitting out right now, waiting for the market to react to the news, because we did have a lot of news events today. We had 3 news events during the live session, and 1 or 2 news events pre-market. And it seems like, a lot of people are just sitting out and waiting for, basically just waiting for some confirmation as to like where price is going to go, right? Because if you look over here on the higher time frames, there's a lot of uncertainty right here. Like price is pretty much neutral and going sideways across all the time frames. So there's no real direction at the moment. Price just keeps going back and forth with no clear direction as whether price is going to continue pushing up for correction or whether it's going to keep pushing down. Yeah. So looking at where price is currently at right now, I don't even like these candles. If you guys look at these candles right here, these candles are not good. They're all small body. There's no movement. I mean, yeah, there's just nothing right there for us to take. All right. So we're still looking for this to possibly come down. We still have the higher high right here. So we're still valid. Okay. So possible entry here, guys. Just waiting for this here to possibly play out. We have the sell signal right there currently pending. But again, we need this candle here to break and close below the pivots. Maria is asking if the market's open on Friday. I think the US market's open, but every other market is closed. So I don't think we're going to be trading this Friday. Just an FYI, this Friday is Good Friday, guys. And it's also NFP. So if all the markets are closed except for US, it's going to be a little bit of a trick to, it's going to be a little tricky to trade during that time. All right, guys, if this candle closes below here, possible entry. Again, you guys have to wait for the candle to actually close. Keep that in mind. Don't hop into the trade too early because this candle can disappear at the last second. So let's see. So I kind of waited a little bit for it to close. I'll put a sell stop right there to catch it as it comes back down, because I wanted to wait for it to actually close. So I didn't enter it yet, guys. I'll put a sell stop there to catch it. All right, so I'll set an alert right here for the position to be filled as well. It's a good thing I didn't enter this right away, because look how this thing's starting to swing up. So you're starting to get a lot of crazy volatility right here. My trade didn't fill yet, guys, because I waited for it to swing to pull back a little bit so I could put my buy stop because of how the market was moving. So I'm not in this position yet. I'm waiting for it to fill if price comes back down. If it doesn't, it's completely fine. I'm just going to skip the day because the day hasn't been too smooth pretty much all morning. So I'm still waiting for this here to fill my order, guys. This is why I was a little cautious, because you guys saw earlier how price is moving. I don't like trading when the market's moving sideways like this. So I'm just waiting right now for this thing to fill. If it doesn't fill, then it's fine. I'm just going to call it a day. So kind of just waiting for this here. And then I'm going to just cancel my order, guys. So if past 8, guys, the market's not really moving smooth, as you guys can see. This is why I don't trade after 8 o'clock. I was waiting for this here to close, but I saw how these candles here are moving. So I waited for this here to push up. And I put my sell stop right here. It never filled my order, so I never got into the position. But again, this is another reminder why I don't like trading after 8 o'clock. Because right here, this is just not, it's just not a good area to be trading. So, all right, guys, I think I'm just going to call it a day. There's no reason for us to continue trading after 8, especially if the market's moving sideways like this. So just another reminder, we'll just review this again real quick before we get off. So the reason why this right here was not a good trade was because you guys can see how these candles here are moving, right? This right here shows you that there's no direction and there's no volume. Price is pretty much going sideways. And then we got a sell signal here that came up just all of a sudden. All these candles are moving slow. This sell signal came up here, and I mentioned, okay, this is not looking too great. So I'm going to wait for it to actually fill. So I let the trade close because we were waiting for that candle to actually close. And then when price started to push up a little bit like this, I put my sell stop order right here, which is a pending order. So I put a pending order right here so that when it comes back down, it would fill my order and I would be in the position. But since the order never got filled, when price pushed up, I just canceled it. So I canceled my order, no trade for me today. And I'm going to just come back tomorrow and run it back again. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I got to head out to LA to go to this convention. So I'll probably talk to you guys later. If you guys have any questions, just reach out and I'll probably get back to you guys later tonight. Otherwise, if I don't talk to you guys then, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session. So, all right, guys, have a great